Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel again. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a beautiful day. A beautiful day. Today we will be talking about shadow work and how to do it. And also, what is shadow work? So basically, just like we have our shadow part in our physical bodies, like as you can see, I have my shadow with me, behind me. We have our shadow parts in our minds, or actions, or thoughts. In most of the things, we have our shadow part as well, just like our physical body. And when we try to suppress and ignore this part, it usually grows out bigger and makes itself more painful to bear with, and usually harder to accept, for me at least, because you get used to it and it's normal for you. So it's good that you're trying to get a better version of yourself. That's a good achievement and practice. You should be proud of yourself. So you can do self-realization in the first step of shadow work, because when you realize yourself, when you accept yourself, like, okay, I'm having these things, like maybe I'm scared of blah blah blah, maybe I have attachment issues, for example. So if you accept, and you don't even need to accept them, you just need to be aware of them. Firstly, you need to be aware of them, then you can ask yourself, am I really ready for this change? Because you can watch this video 100 times, but if you just don't want to heal from them, you won't heal from them just now. So it's important that you yourself accepts changing into better. So maybe it's your time to grow out of your painful experiences, traumas, or maybe later you can see that yourself. But I wish the best for you all. So you can realize and be aware of them. Then the way I do it is I write those things to paper. It's usually like, she has blah blah blah. I don't like to write I'm going to give the same example. I don't like to write I have attachment issues, but I like to write she has attachment issues, because if you know manifestation, in manifestation it's more like I am the success, I am the blah blah. So it reminds me of manifestation, and I don't like that as my shadow work. So I like to write it as she has, because I think I think it's as my shadow, and yes, she has these things, and I'm not judging her. I'm just sitting by and I'm just watching her and trying to realize what she really has. Um, Maybe this can help. You can think like um, the baby you, or just the small you, like 2 years old, 3 years old, when you were really just a kid. Um, I'm guessing you wouldn't really judge her, him, that's roughly as you do to yourself. So maybe you can visualize it like that. You might visualize your childhood self, um, and maybe put this version of you as saying like she has blah 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 or he has blah blah blah, because most of us has these traumas or problems um, from our very first beginning of the childhood. So um, maybe if you have um, the problems related to your childhood, that might be helpful. But all spiritual practices are not for everyone, so you need to try and find the best one for yourself, or you might just feel it. So yes, you can just write that she has, like, for example, I wrote like she has this blah blah, but she's afraid to accept that. Something like that. I try to write as much as I could. I suggest you write them without any judgment. You can judge them. This is also something you can work on. But as I said, try to think it like your childhood version that's vulnerable and little you. So try to think it like that. Let the thoughts and the sentences flow through your mind to paper without any judgment, as much as you can. Try to write them with as small judgment as possible. Just let them be right there on the paper. Because when you just let yourself write them without any judgments, it just flows. It was like that for me. And the best advice I will give to you is there is no bad or good thoughts in this practice, mainly. So do not try to participate them as good and bad thoughts. Like, I'm not allowed to think that, or I'm bad for thinking that. Do not think them, because they're not in this case, in this practice. Just let them flow through the paper from your minds. Because for this practice, we don't judge, we just write. so that we can see our shadow as it is. Then we can work on it. So after you actually seen this, and if you're curious that how I can see my shadows, I don't know, you can basically look for the repeating patterns or judgments that you put with the conversations with the people. Repeating patterns and your usual judgments says a lot, and your actions when you interact with people, your insecurities. So you can look into those to find your shadows, but I'm sure you already know them. So this is an intense practice, but I think it does makes you feel lighter. So if you feel like it, you can just give it a try. Yeah. So basically, long story short, you're just gonna watch those repeating patterns, those problems you have. They're not really a problem. They're just, we are human. We make mistakes. We live. We see, and we learn. So you're just going to watch them, your actions, your judgments, your repeating patterns. You're just going to write them to paper without too much judgments. Then you're going to maybe remind yourself that I don't know, I think you will feel what you need to say to yourself, because all of us has different type of things, different type of shadows, so I'm sure you will feel them. But if you are still curious, you can ask any question to me. I will try to answer as much as I can. So yeah, this is the practice I use, but you can also look for other practices in shadow work too, because as I said, not every practice is for everyone. So thank you for watching my video. I hope this was helpful, and as I said, if you still have any questions, you can ask them, and I'll try my best. Thank you. Stay with light. Love you.